Hi, my name is Foster Wyan. Thank you for clicking. This is my introductory video for an amplifier that I designed and built in Omaha, Nebraska. It's called the Maekloeder Dual Channel 5000. Two separately, independently voiced channels, a cleaner channel, a distortion channel, and then a output wattage selectable power amp. So we go between 1 watts for bedroom practice and then 15 watts for a stage or studio recording scenario. The clean channel is designed to really cover the bases between a very pristine, sparkling clean up to a full-throated growl of reminiscent of a early tweed Fender amp, all found through the gain channel here. There's a single knob tone control that is essentially a midpoint sweep that will accentuate the bass content or the treble content, but really retains the clarity and punch. We'll run through that. And then the output volume here, which becomes important later on when we go to a dual channel mode. So my personal favorite settings then are just straight up on the dial. To give you a sense of what I'm going to play, this is a Japanese Stratocaster. I'm plugged straight into the amplifier, no effects, no reverbs or anything added on. A Neovin pickup in the neck, a rail pickup on the bridge here, and I'll just play a little bit. And please do pardon the playing. So it has a high degree of touch sensitivity where we can get a nice clean sound out of it, or we could put a little more hair on it by picking it more aggressively. To roll the gain back to about 1/4 of the volume. Hardly any breakup at all at that point. Back up to about halfway on that. Up to about 3/4 on that. A very growly sound all the way up on the gain. Then you can start to hear some of the pickup hum and so my personal favorite setting is, again, straight up on the dial or maybe a little towards the higher gain. To give a sense of the tone control, imagine it as instead of a kind of a bass or treble, it is a kind of a thin to thick sound. So if we roll it all the way up, you hear it in the middle portion there. We roll it to the thin side here. Go to about halfway. And again, kind of all the way up. So I will sweep through it then as I'm playing. And so you can hear the midpoint of the filter sweep moving up through, accentuating the trebles or accentuating the bass, but it retains kind of the sparkling character. I'm very, very pleased with the way the clean channel has turned out. So moving to the neck pick, or to the bridge pickup of the guitar here. The third knob here of the clean channel is the final output volume. That becomes important later on as we get into the dual channel mode. It allows you to independently voice the output volume of the channel, so we can get that full growl, and then adjust the volume through the The Distortion Channel is designed around more of a modern rock and roll guitar amplifier, but with a few key changes in there that I believe allow it to retain a little more character. An issue that I really like playing rock and roll and high gain amplifiers, but that many of them have a lot of hashy high-end content in them. I've done a lot with this channel to remove that and really let the warmth and clarity of the sound of the guitar that you're playing come through. So starting with the Distortion Channel, then we'll go ahead and switch to it. There's a lot of gain in there. You can hear that is the hum out of the pickup there. But it's a standard tone control. The treble, middle, bass operate like 95% of all treble, middle, bass tone controls that you'll find on any amplifier. The middle sweep, where you set that, really has a lot to do with the effectiveness of the bass and treble knobs. So we'll start it at about a quarter on the gain there, and again on the bridge pickup, on the neck pickup. Here's a. So a lot of distortion artifact in that. As we go up to about halfway on, you can start to hear the saturation and the compression kicking in there. It will give it closer to that high gain rock and roll amplifier. We'll go ahead and move up then to the bridge pickup. We'll go ahead and go to 3/4. Oh, let's go to full gain. Lot of gain. So, don't recommend standing directly in front of the amplifier with the treble turned all the way up and the gain turned all the way up, but you should be able to find a good satisfying position in there for your metal itch. So. Again, on the 15 watt version, as you're playing it, as you switch from 1 watt to 15 watts, make sure to adjust the master volume. The output is significant, so we'll go. Woo! See, that's a little hot. We'll run it back down there. kind of just give you a little flavor of it. Again, a lot of rich tonal content in there. On that 15 watt with the 6V6s, we are not really pushing that power amp at all. It does get very, very loud, and definitely loud enough for any stage volume that you'd be playing with it on. Back to that 1 watt version. Again, it doesn't give quite the same level of power amp saturation. It's a different character, but it is still a very thick compressed. Obviously, you could cover a great deal of tonal ground then. Again, from that sparkling clean, classic growl, kind of a woofy, full-throated distortion sound up to that metallic crunch there out of the power amp. And then your output wattages, they do give you different flavors of that power amp tone, full adjustability. The beauty then, the final secret sauce of the dual channel 5000 is that we go from single channel mode to dual channel mode. So in dual channel mode, we have the channel A, and we go from channel A, and then in dual channel mode, we have channel A and channel B. And so they are paralleled together and both played. So we'll play. And it really depends on where you have it set. So we'll back the output volume of the distortion channel out in dual channel mode here. And you can hear it come. We'll turn the tone all the way up on the single channel here so that it really punches through. And we can fatten that distortion sound. So the variability then between the saturated tones or the clean tones of the clean channel, the saturated tones or the cleaner tones of the distortion channel, the blendability between the two channels really creates a wide tonal palette that gives the opportunity to really dial in the sound that you're looking for. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me at the bottom of the contact page that you got this video link from. Thank you.